Welcome back to Iraqi Dinar News, your reliable destination for breaking updates on the Iraqi dinar and related financial movements across the Middle East. We hope you're doing well and staying optimistic because today's update brings a wave of major insights, expert reactions, and signals that the reinstatement of the Iraqi dinar may be closer than ever. One well-known financial commentator, often referred to as Wolverine, has expressed renewed optimism following encouraging developments reported during the weekend of the 17th and 18th. According to him, several trusted sources are indicating that the long-awaited process could finally be set into motion. He mentioned the possibility of notifications being issued soon, and even hinted at the start of payment releases, including potential early activity within private exchange groups. While he couldn't disclose everything due to confidentiality, his tone was enthusiastic, repeatedly suggesting that things are ready to go. Meanwhile, another prominent voice in the IQD community, Frank 26, responded to the news that the Trade Bank of Iraq, TBI, was recently awarded the Straight-Through Processing (STP) distinction by JP Chase. This recognition came as a surprise to many, considering JP Morgan's prior skepticism about Iraq's monetary reforms. Frank 26 noted that it's significant for a major U.S. financial institution to now be involved in direct transfers using the Iraqi dinar, a currency once dismissed by those very same banks. To him, this marks a public acknowledgement of Iraq's increasing legitimacy in the global financial system. News analyst Claire expanded on the same development, pointing out that a TBI spokesperson credited the award to the bank's exceptional processing metrics, achieving a remarkable 99.68% STP rate for SWIFT MT13 payments. This performance ranks TBI among an elite class of global banks and supports the view that Iraq is making real progress in digital banking and financial compliance. Providing a more data-driven take, financial analyst FNU referred to Iraq's most recent quarterly economic report. According to him, the real effective exchange rate remains steady at approximately 1,300 dinars per US dollar, a rate that has held firm for the past 2 years. He advised observers to focus on verified reports and central bank releases, warning that speculation alone should not form the basis of financial decisions. Another key perspective came from MT Goat, who highlighted geopolitical barriers that could impact Iraq's financial resurgence. According to his analysis, Iran's influence remains a critical hurdle, and a final green light from the U.S. government is still necessary before Iraq's reinstatement becomes official. Nevertheless, he noted that Iraq has met many of its economic reform goals, suggesting that the final steps may soon be in place. Bruce, speaking via Wiser Now, delivered an unusual but intriguing update from the redemption centers. He reported that digital screens in those centers had gone dark. Rather than viewing this as a setback, Bruce believes it may be a positive signal that new rates are being uploaded. He explained that bank screens still show the previous values, which might suggest that rate changes are pending final rollout. According to him, the system is in transition, and the blackout could signal an imminent update. Frank 26 also cited updates from on-the-ground sources in Iraq, referencing Iraqi television broadcasts that covered a key development. Saudi Arabia and Qatar have reportedly paid Syria's $15,500,000 0 cents debt to the World Bank. While not directly related to Iraq's currency, Frank 26 interpreted this regional cooperation as a move toward greater financial stability, something that could benefit Iraq's currency policy in the long run. Commentator Militiaman added insights from a recent summit held in Iraq, where officials discussed regulatory improvements and regional integration. According to him, these meetings showcased Iraq's readiness to attract foreign investment and strengthen its private sector. However, he pointed out that Iraq's current exchange rate of around 1,310 to the US dollar remains incompatible with global market standards. Still, he maintained that a shift to a more competitive rate is likely on the horizon. Pimpy, another well-followed voice in the community, noted celebrations in Syria following the lifting of U.S. sanctions, an effort led by former President Trump. Pimpy believes this step is part of a broader strategy to foster economic peace in the region. He emphasized that even nations traditionally aligned with Iran are now encouraging reforms and cooperation. The ultimate goal, he said, is prosperity and development, not perpetual conflict. Another perspective came from financial analyst Skywalker, who explained that terms like redomination and reinstatement are not applied uniformly across all economies. In Iraq's case, the central bank's delete the zeros plan remains somewhat unclear, with public details mostly coming through media interpretations. Skywalker cautioned against assuming fixed outcomes based on terminology alone, reminding investors that Iraq's internal economic and political conditions continue to evolve. Finally, Frank, 26, shared his thoughts on what the initial reinstated value of the dinar might look like. He expressed hope that the currency could return to a historic rate around $3.22 per dinar. However, he also acknowledged that even a lower starting point, such as $1.25, would be a meaningful improvement and could still increase over time. He believes Iraq has the natural resources and economic foundation to support a higher-valued currency from the outset. In conclusion, from digital banking advancements to regional cooperation and international bank involvement, Iraq seems to be progressing on multiple fronts. While the exact timing of reinstatement remains uncertain, expert commentary and institutional signals indicate that serious groundwork is already in place. Thanks for tuning in to Iraqi Dinar News. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with others following the dinar's journey. Stay informed, stay prepared, and keep your eyes on the official announcements. The next move could change everything.